I'd chase them. I said, no, just sit and wait, you know.
Yeah. Have a
You know,
little
even if
patience.
it's hours, you know,
Yeah.
'cause they just do turkey things, you know, they gobble, I'd be
Yeah.
trying to circle them and get in front of them, and
Are you saying that comes with age, Rod, or what's?
it comes with age, yep, yep.
Yeah.
In fact, my uncle that I used to hunt with all the time,
Yeah.
I stopped, talked to him once in a while, and some of the places that I hunt, you know, I told him, yep, yeah, I sat for 2.5 hours in one place. I said, back in the old days, I said, we'd have moved 10 times by then.
Oh yeah. It's almost like you're chasing your tail sometimes, you know.
Yep,
Yeah. I mean, running and gunning is what I've always kind of thought it to be.
yep,
It can be fun,
yep.
but boy, I mean, it's frustrating.
In the areas that I hunt, out by my house, they're small areas. So
Okay.
the more you chase them and the more you mess with them, the harder you get.
Yeah, you're
So
training.
that's why you just back off. You know,
Yeah.
just if they're not coming, they're not, you know, really responding really good, just back off.
That brings up a point. Now, you got him and her heading up north to the cottage
Yeah.
or to their hunting property or state land, and it's 10 days before season, and they're going to do a little scouting, and they're taking their turkey calls, and every time they see turkeys,
Yep.
they're going to call them and call them and call them and call them, and then the turkey sees them, they say, well, this was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Good or bad?
That's not good to do.
Okay.
Especially
I mean,
if
I
you're
kind of knew
Yeah.
that, but
Yeah, that's not, yeah, you don't want them, you know, if you call once and they gobble, then put your call down, but don't keep riding them with a call, you know.
okay, don't train them then.
Yeah, right.
Right, okay. It's a hard thing. I remember back in the
Oh,
day
yeah, yeah.
that,
'Cause, you know, let's face it, that's why you go to hear them to gobble. You know,
Yeah.
if they didn't, in fact, if they didn't gobble and do what they did in the spring,
Yeah.
like fall hunting them, I hardly hunt them in the fall.
yeah.
I mean, if they didn't gobble, I wouldn't even hunt them probably.
Huh. There's, back in the day, I mean, it was a long time ago, I was in my summers at college, I was working for White's Canoe Livery in
Yeah.
Sterling. Yeah, I don't know if you know Ladd White, but
Yeah.
he was turkey hunting, and he was the only
Yeah,
guy.
lad, yeah.
Yeah, he was the only guy that my brother-in-law and I knew, because we worked there, that really knew a bit about hunting, that would probably hang around with us for more than a day, you know. Anyways, we convinced him that he could come up to the cabin and have a lot of fun and deal with us. So we did. We had a lot of fun. I learned a lot from him just watching a guy hunt. Well, I never forget. We see these turkeys out in this open little field where the gas well head was, and he saw, oh man, you know, you could see, I mean, his eyes were lighting up, and so I rolled down the window on the Suburban, and you know, I started yapping at him. Man, he gave me an elbow that I never forget. Don't do that, you know. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so actually too, I mean, they were on full alert, and
Yeah.
he says, you know, no. He said, we're gonna move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I remember him saying that, and it just kind of resonated. Maybe it was
Yep.
the elbow and the ribs
Yep.
that did it. But
Yep. So,
that's neat.
yeah,
I
you
like.
can blow a crow call or,
Yeah.
or, you know, even kind of a little bit back into the locating. I mean, even like a gobble or shaker too.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
you can
Okay.
shake these, you know.
When would you use that? I mean, there's a million situations, I'm sure.
I
But what's a
use them-
textbook?
As an absolute last resort.
Okay.
You know, for as much as you use it, really don't even waste your money, you know, unless you want to mess around with it a little bit. One, it's dangerous,
Yes.
you know, because that's what everybody wants to hear, but nothing does it real. I mean, nothing does it good, you
Okay.
know, I don't think,
Right.
you know, compared to a real bird.
Yeah.
But you get inexperienced hunters out, you got decoys that look
Yeah.
really good now,
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
And I kind of use it as a last resort. If I can't get nothing else to work, I'll try that just to see if I can get them to respond.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. There's one guy I used to work with that. Yeah, he turkey hunts now, but I don't think he did then. And boy, I don't know how he mastered it. Boy, he sounded pretty darn good. Yeah, I always wondered what caused a guy to perfect a call like that
Yeah.
right out of his mouth, right out of his throat.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, yeah. Huh.
Huh.
Let me ask you back to that, the owl hoop. How long did that take you to work with?
I picked that up pretty quick.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh,
I
I'll be
picked
darned.
that up pretty quick.
Yeah, and that
I
was-
practiced it a lot, but I picked it up pretty
Years
quick.
ago?
Yeah.
Oh, so that was before the YouTube even.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I was teasing and we were joking about the Gen Xers and Millennials, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of good information out there.
Oh,
yeah?
Yeah, compared to what there was when we first got into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned on a 45. I mean, there was no DVDs, no cassettes.
No.
45 record and a single reed Penwood malt call.
Yeah, and you had to travel to Clare to even find a call.
Okay, to Jay's to even
Yeah.
go to Jay's to find a
Wow.
call.
Huh. Well, hey, this has been a treat, Rod. Yeah, we went. We call it Turkey Hunting 101, but I think we covered a lot more than that, and it gives a lot of different hunters, depending on where they're at in their expertise or experience, a chance to step out and expand their their comfort level on turkey hunting. Yeah. What's the main thing?
One thing you might want to touch on a little bit too.
Yeah.
Is guns and loads.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I mean, you might want to touch on that a little bit. One, you don't need a 10 gauge. You don't need a 3.5-inch 12.
Okay.
I shoot the 3-inch Remington 1187.
Yeah.
I shoot Winchester Supremes now.
Yeah.
I shot Winchester Remington 2-ounce number 5. I mean, I had a 3.5 and that I duck hunted and goose hunted with and turkey hunted with, and there wasn't the wow huge difference.
Yeah.
Ideally you want to let them get within 40 yards.
Yeah.
Rangefinder's a good thing. Almost everybody that bow hunts has a rangefinder.
Yeah.
Bring a rangefinder with you.
I think the only wow thing on using a 3.5 is how much it hurts your shoulder.
Yeah. There's the newer shells come out, the tungsten, the heavy shot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that, a lot of different stuff.
Well, let me ask you, if a guy or a gal is going up turkey hunting, maybe for the first time or whatever, and they're looking through their assortment of shells and they find a number 4 shot or number 5 shot, is that okay just to use whatever it is, or should they be looking at a turkey load?
Well, the biggest thing is what you got to do is pattern your gun too.
Yes.
That's number one.
Yes.
And you don't have to go out and buy, buy a good box of shells, but take a bunch of target loads. Get used to putting your head down on the stock, squeeze the trigger just like you're shooting a rifle.
Okay.
Practice with the practice loads.
Yeah.
Take your rangefinder with a turkey target.
Yeah.
And pattern it and see where it patterns.
Okay.
Most guns pattern pretty good. Every gun, almost every gun that I had patterned pretty good.
Yeah.
They were high or low. Now, the one buddy of mine in the wheelchair there, his helper's got a Stoger semi-auto.
Yeah.
That one shot way to the right.
Okay.
I mean, I ended up putting the True Glow iron sights on it, moving it all the way to the side to get it to shoot where he was aiming.
Wow.
But I mean, you would physically aim right there and the pattern to be right here.
Oh my.
I mean, it shot way to the right.
Boy, at close range, I mean, he's going to miss that thing, or whoever's pulling the trigger.
No. And
Well-
where you shoot a turkey at, I don't aim right at the head. Where I shoot a turkey at is I aim right where the wattles and the feathers come together.
Oh, okay.
If you get that gun to pattern right there, you'll kill them dead every time.
Wow.
Because when they're walking, their head's moving like that.
Yep.
Down here, it's not moving as far.
Boy, that's
Put it
great
right
advice.
where the bead and where the wattles and the feathers come together.
Yeah. I remember a guy came up and to camp, and I said, hey, if you need to sort through your stuff and bring it on in, because we were actually going out the next day, so we were going to have a little dinner and talk about that evening's scouting. And he said, you ain't gonna like to hear what I got to say, but he said, I have a gun at home that was giving me fits. And he said, I just didn't feel confident with it. And he says, about a week ago, I bought a new gun. I said, okay. And I said, so how was it shoot? And that was where things, didn't go so well. He said, I hadn't shot it yet. He said, but I stopped at the same place I bought the gun, and they sold me a 5-pack of turkey loads of 3 or 4 different kinds. Well, I had 2 3/4 inch turkey loads because that's the gun I really like.
Yeah.
It was my dad's gun, and that's probably 90% of why I still use it.
Yeah.
So he's got a 3-inch chamber for 3-inch. Well, we set up a target, and I was paying attention for safety more than, so I said to him, only put one shell at a time. We'll shoot, we'll inspect the target, and then we'll, you know.
Yeah.
When he shot, it hung up. And I didn't think anything of it, you know. He grabbed a hold of it and he said, what caused that? Well, the second round hung up. And right away I said, let me see that shell. I said, that's 3.5 inch. Let me see your gun. It's chambered for 3. I said,
Wow. Yeah.
now all your shells that you have are like that. I gave him a 2 3/4 and he kind of poo-pooed it. Well, that's what he shot his.
Yeah.
But, you know, so you're saying too, I mean, I know it, we just, you know, but oh boy, that's a habit so many we see, right? I should say a pattern of behavior of hunters
Yeah.
not testing that gun.
And I, for as long as I do it, I shoot every year.
Wow.
I'll get some skeet. I'll get, you know, I don't shoot the turkey loads because
Right.
I know it shoots. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'll get
They're expensive.
skeet loads out. I'll sit down, get the stuff out, shoot at the target. You know, shoot this way, shoot switch hands. Try shooting right. I shoot left-handed.
I do too, yeah.
I'll switch hand.
Yeah.
You know, shoot right-handed. Get familiar with your gun so you
Yeah.
know that. Another thing I did with my turkey guns, with all my guns, is I put a center bead on there. I think I took mine to Duncan's and had them
Yep.
put a center bead in there.
Yeah.
So you can line them beads up and get your
Yeah.
head down on the
Yeah.
stock.
Yeah. Get a
Yeah.
little bit better
Yeah.
refined point of
Yeah.
aim.
Yeah.
Nice. Great advice. Yeah. And that, you know, they got so many different sight things. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
this fiber optic stuff that,
Yeah.
you know, really gives you something to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. For us old guys, it gets kind of tough, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I seen a guy come with a scope and he was pretty good at it. He
Oh,
shot
yeah.
a bird
Yeah.
and I thought, you know, man, I tell you what, you know, I just soon have the open sights, and
Yeah.
but I need 2 of them.
Yeah.
I need,
Yeah,
you know.
I like the double bead. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're making a lot of the. Back the guy, the Brian Woodward that I hunt with, he's paralyzed from the neck down. I ended
Yeah.
up putting a red dot on him.
Mm.
You know, where he can look right. His
Yeah.
gun sits in a mount,
Yeah.
sits in a rest.
Yeah.
You know, he's got to shoot the gun he's got to blow into a tube to shoot the gun.
Yeah.
And I noticed when he was hunting, you know, he's always trying to line the bead up. I said, I'm going to put a red dot on there. And he
Yeah.
said, if that turkey steps in that scope, shoot it.
Huh.
I
Yeah.
said, you don't have to get the dot right on it. I said, if
Yeah.
it's in that scope, you pull the trigger. He said, that gun pattern's good enough. He said, you'll kill that turkey.
Nice. Yeah. Nice.
So,
Well, I mean, we covered. There. I mean, we could talk all day.
Yeah.
I mean.
yeah,
but,
we pretty much covered everything.
I think so. Boy, I really like. You know,